you mentioned Steph Curry.
Oh, yeah.
He is a famous athlete, and there is a number of famous athletes out there. But for you guys that are coming in maybe a little bit more naive to the fact that world football often controls the overwhelming superstar list when it comes to famous athletes, hence why it's a world sport. But interesting, Jason, there's a new article that ran with the world's most famous athletes. And my God, was I surprised, because the famous two, who is on the tip of everyone's tongue when you talk about fame and athletes, were split. They were split by one person. Can you guess who that person is?
I know who it is, so I won't guess. It was undoubtedly Lord Bentner.
Can't believe he split them both.
Yeah.
So let's throw to the quote first. It's a mythology from ESPN on how they made this list. So they stated that we started off with Forbes' list of the 100 highest paid athletes, then sought input from ESPN journalists to add other notable athletes. ESPN Director of Sports Analytics Ben Alamar created a formula that combined athletes' salaries/winnings and endorsements with their social media following, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, along with Google search popularity to create a comparative ranking system.
Seems the most comprehensive you could ask for.
So it's not Mike Francesa's way of, if I don't know of him, then he's not famous enough.
Who's this Leo Messi on the cover?
Who's this Tingus?
What is this? 12? I like he's doing this in that video, though. He goes like this. He goes, 1, 2, 12 pages on Lionel Messi.
Do you guys know who Lionel Messi is?
What's
you
a Copa?
know who Lionel Messi is?
What's Copa America?
What's his Copa America?
I used to love Mike Francis.
I know, but he's just a bitter old man now.
He is an old man. Right.
So, are we starting with one down?
Starting with 30 to 21.
Nice. We're going to tease it.
It was the top 100. We're not going to show you all 100. We're going to give you 30. I don't know why I chose that number.
That's a reasonable number.
Solid number.
His. All right, so...
oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
so
coming in at 30 is Derrick Rose, and alongside him, Carmelo Anthony. So as you can see, Fabregas, Falcao, Floyd Mayweather, Serena Williams, Sergio Aguero, Ronda Rousey, Luis Suarez, and Ibrahimovic. So from 30 to 20, the overwhelming still is world football players who take, if I'm counting right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the 10 in this list.
The ones that stood out, like, it's tough to like put these in any kind of specific order. I like how they did this, though. I think it's pretty comprehensive. But Derrick Rose still has a famous hangover in a way.
Yeah.
Just because of how polarizing he was as a player. I was watching Derrick Rose highlights just yesterday, and my God, I miss what he used to do.
When he had knees?
When he had knees. And I don't want to, I feel bad making fun of him because, again, you watch the 2015-16 highlights compared to the 2010-2011 highlights. Man, he could get up there. It was such a different player. But that's like, I mean, and it's not even like a guy who's got a major shoe deal.
Yeah.
Like this is, like you look, Melo's got a major shoe deal, King of New York, all this stuff. But then, of course, they still gets overshadowed by guys like Cesc Fabregas.
Yeah.
Who not long ago was an instrumental part of Spain winning the World Cup, if I'm correct.
Yes, and Chelsea winning the Premier League went to that famous move from Arsenal to Barcelona. That wasn't even the most surprising to me. Like, I expect football players to be on it. But I didn't expect Floyd Mayweather to be that low. Considering the endorsements, right, and considering social, I know that Floyd Mayweather isn't everyone's cup of tea, but that guy makes a lot of money. So when you get weighing up that formula, I thought that the old Moolah would push him higher up the list. So to have him be between 20 and 30 was surprising. But as we move forward on the list, you can see that he's got a lot of stiff competition to try and make the most famous. So let's hit us from, I believe, 10 to 20.
The golfers start showing up.
Wow. Rory makes his way in there. Mesut Ozil.
And the only woman in the top 20.
Wow. Maria Sharapova, the only woman making her way, I believe, in the top 20. And we have Wayne Rooney, Novak Djokovic, Usain Bolt. Jason, I can't see the screen.
It's Mahendra Singh Dhoni, I believe. Okay. Yes.
Phil Mickelson, no way. Lefty, making his way in the top 20. Gareth Bale, Kobe Bryant. Thoughts, Jason?
Thoughts, golfers. You know, they get a bad rap when it comes to, in terms of like world fame, but I think people forget how much of the older generation clings to golfers. Like, you're going to see Tiger in the top 10 still. Till the day he dies, he might be, because of that empire he built. But Phil Mickelson, for a long time, was the perfect dad golfer. Like, when he won the US Open with the world's worst celebration, yay!
Till he betted on the stock market.
Do you remember the jump?
Yeah.
Yay! The complete opposite of like Tiger's amazing like fist pump.
Tiger roar.
The Tiger roars and all that. You get Phil who's like, I did it.
While secretly he's just planning bets in the stock market.
Yeah, so well that plus if you heard That story is absolutely wild, but in addition to that, allegedly, according to golfers, Phil Mickelson was the best money game player that they've ever seen. The Tuesday before they do the round tour.
It's always the quiet guy that you need to watch out for.
Him and Ricky Fowler were supposedly this deadly, like, 10K a hole. Like, they're playing for blood sport.
Yeah, Phil Mickelson is the guy that when you're just turning up for a nice little round of golf and he just stumbles into your group, maybe you've got a three-ball group, and he stumbles, hey, can I join you guys? You guys want to play $50 a hole? What the fuck?
Let's start small. He's like, we'll do 10. We'll do 10. How about from the blacks? Yeah, 10 from the blacks. All right, let's do 50. All right, we'll do 150.
All right, closest to the pin, 3,000.
You hear him on the call. He's like, let's move some stocks over into that one. All right, how about 1,000 on a hole? Yeah, we're just playing for hot dogs here.
Yeah, we're playing for drinks after, no
Gatorade
problem.
and a hot dog.
Yeah. Back to the list really quick. I wanted to highlight a couple of people in there. Kobe Bryant, I'm surprised wasn't top 10.
Number 1 in China, according to the list.
Of course he would be. I'm not surprised by that. But Rory makes his way in the top 20. He is obviously the new face of golf. The first face to replace Tiger Woods on the famous golf game, I believe, since its origin.
Him and Dustin Johnson and who am I missing? Jordan Spieth, maybe the meltdown hurt.
Yeah.
A little bit there.
Yeah. So as we move forward, I believe, to the top 10, this is where it really gets interesting. So, no way have they split them, Jason. Does that mean Ronaldo's the best? That means Ronaldo's the best? That means Ronaldo scores more goals? That means Ronaldo's the best?
I can't believe that Roger Federer splits Neymar and Kevin Durant like that. That's unbelievable, between 4 and 6. Shocking.
So interesting.
Here's the thing. So again, this isn't who's the best athlete in the world. Granted, this isn't a terrible order of a list.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. LeBron's transcendence overseas is becoming greater. I don't think LeBron is more known than Messi. Therefore, I don't know if he's more famous than Messi. But Ronaldo, hands down, takes the cake. My sisters, who have never watched, most of which have never watched sports, some of which are huge sports fans, the ones who have never pretty much turned on a TV to watch this sport, can tell you everything about Ronaldo, everything about James. They don't necessarily know that much about Lionel Messi or Neymar. And in terms of fame, that's including everybody in the world. So I think it's right.
Yeah, I think it's very close. It's just because, again, it's not anything to discredit Messi. He just likes to keep himself to himself. Apparently, he is one. Like I know that I think Grant Wall, a really good Sports Illustrated writer, did a great interview, I believe, with Messi, and I was so surprised to even see it because he doesn't do that much promotion. He keeps himself to himself, and I think that's to be admired. I think that's something that has to be admired about him. But
keep yourself to yourself, and you get third most famous athlete.
Yeah, exactly. But
he probably doesn't want to be on that list of people. Like, well, that's good company, but you know, I mean, it's not. Ronaldo likes the attention. LeBron likes the attention.
Yeah.
We don't know if Messi really does.
Yeah, I think that Cristiano Ronaldo encompasses what it means to be the most famous because he loves it. He's got his underwear line, he's got his headphone line, and Messi has endorsements as well. But Ronaldo is just a marketable man. He's a great specimen, looks great, celebrates great, controversial, but also very charitable guy. So no surprise.
Again. He just won again.
Yeah, he won again.
So go back to this real quick because the Kevin Durant, obviously, I'm not surprised because he's also. I'm looking at for the basketball guys. Look at the shoe deal. I think that's a huge thing with it, and KD's shoe deal is huge. Neymar is only going to grow.
Yeah,
he's still so young. And then you got guys like Federer and Nadal just to show that even more than golf, tennis is still in this big spotlight on tennis.
Yes.
And there always will be. It is still, especially because of, I think that goes back to the global appeal. Do you know who plays tennis? Australia plays tennis. You know who plays tennis? The UK plays tennis.
Everyone plays tennis.
The US plays tennis. And guys like Federer and Nadal and Djokovic, like, there is a giant following for tennis. I wish I knew more about it and followed it more, but that's why we always revert to Dave Kohler, our tennis expert.
And what's Andy Murray, the only Scottish man to play tennis at the moment?
That's who it is.
He's in the semi-final of the French Open. On yourself, Andy boy. Maybe if he wins it, he'll move himself up there. But again, Roger Federer, widely known as the greatest tennis player I've ever played the game. No surprise, he's in
Johnny McEnroe.
Johnny Mac.
No,
Johnny Mac. He was mental. It's great watching him. I love watching him. So that rounds out the list. Are you surprised that Lionel Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo have been split for the first time in a long while when it comes to fame, when it comes to most well-known? Usually is those two. LeBron James, he would be the only one that I would have stated in there. Surprising. Despite his current dominance, no Steph Curry on the top 30. He is in the top 50, I believe.
Yes.
A little bit lower. But again, he's only going to grow.
37.
These younger athletes that are taking over in their prime will get bigger.
Neymar, Curry. I think Neymar has a shot at being
number one.
Crack top 3, top 2 once that peak falls. Like, you know, Beckham was number 1 at one point. He fell off a little bit. He's in the top 100 though. So is Frank Lampard. And baseball guys work to the bottom. Bryce Harper, I think, was the first listed baseball player.
Interesting.
Making baseball fun again.
Let us know what you guys think in the comments below. As always, you know the drill. You can click through these videos once they are uploaded. I believe 30 minutes apart. Thanks again for tuning in. At JasonRubin91, at Francis_Maxwell. And we'll see you guys soon.